What's up guys, Designed here with Redesigned Gaming, and we are starting a series, Red Dead Redemption 1. We're going to do one episode a day until the release day of Red Dead Redemption 2, October 26th. We're going to do one mission per episode, whether it's a short mission or a long mission. Could be a 5-minute long mission or a 10-minute long mission, but it's just to catch up on the story of the first Red Dead, released in 2010 if I'm not mistaken. Along with this we'll have a bunch of information about the release of Red Dead 2, updated news. We'll run the trailers as they come out, including all the old information. So as we all know, Red Dead Redemption 1 follows the story of John Marston after he got out of the Old West gang. The Vanderlyn gang, I believe it's called. This by far is my favorite Red Dead game. Well, obviously, my favorite Red Dead game.
I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
Because we get this one, and we have Red Dead
But
Undead.
Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? That hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
But out of those two, this is my favorite one so far. Red Dead 2
Not
is...
only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Red Dead 2 is looking up, though. Looks like it's gonna be one of the best Rockstar.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently, the Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
go to the saloon. So we are playing this on the Xbox One. I think it looks a lot better than I remembered it on the 360. I know it looks a lot better on the One X from what I've seen. Alright.
I don't feel too good.
Mr. Marston! Mr. Marston, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Well, let's get to it then. So I hope you guys will follow us for a mission a day until release day. I mean, we're going to do other things. We'll do other things here and there.
All righty, Mr. Marston, let's get. Take it easy until we're out of town. Ain't no point in causing a ruckus.
Ain't no point in causing a ruckus. Suppose we better let the train go.
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. All kinds of soldiers around back then.
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an old serrated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
So if I'm not mistaken, this takes place 12 years after.
Are you
the
planning on
events.
spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves' Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
So episode 1, we'll get through the beginning here, and probably the first mission with
Yeah! So it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
we'll finish the beginning here, and probably the first mission with Bonnie McFarlane, or maybe two
You ain't very
missions with her.
talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
Because I know those missions are very short for the beginning there. They're almost like
Damn
tutorials.
coyotes. What a waste of good meat. Not far now. You'll see the fort when you get to the top of this hill.
And if we end up getting done this too early, before
Gee up.
the 26th of October.
Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Oh, we will. So if we finish this too early before the release of Red Dead 2 on the 26th of October. We will probably get into some of the Undead Nightmare one. Can't say we'll do that whole thing. There's 95 days from today till the 26th, and this will only run for about, I can't remember what I had figured earlier. It's only going to be during the weekdays. We'll end about a week before, I believe, if I do one a day, one mission a day. But starting with episode 2, I'll bring in trailers and all that stuff.
Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you, think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge. No more Dutch. And no more you. Implored. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor John.
You know, we might run through her missions a little bit faster, because like I was saying, they're like tutorials. Teach you some of the game mechanics. Then we'll move on from there as a mission per day. I guess it depends on how this will go, but I hope you'll join us for updated news and leaks and whatever comes out, screenshots, starting with episode 2.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
Just trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Alright, well, I'm sorry about that. It's been so long since I've recorded on the Xbox, I forgot to shut off the notifications. Alright, if I'm not mistaken, I have the Warhorse. Oh, not allowed to call it yet.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I
Oh.
see.
Hitting my
Figured it's
controller
about
on
time I
things.
started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Sorry, miss.
Do you even know where you're going? There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
Come on, then. I'll show you around the property. Easy now.
Let's go!
So the game's release day is the 26th of October. This will be available. Red Dead 2 will be available for digital pre-orders
To your
just
right is
after
the
midnight.
general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good
the
for the
26th?
essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
So we'll have a live stream just after midnight.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
And this is when a train will come just to kill me right off the bat.
That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl.
So Thursday night, 25th will
Come
be
on,
Thursday.
boys. And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
What are you waiting for? Come on, I don't bite.
Thursday the 25th, that midnight. The game will be available as it ticks over to the 26th. And I'll be doing a live stream of Red Dead 2. And then on Friday, right after this cutscene, I'll explain what we're going to do Friday.
How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house, and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do?
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol the ranch.
So Friday, after it's delivered, I'm gonna do an unboxing video of the Red Dead Redemption 2 collector's box that was pre-ordered today,
Right,
along with
follow
the
me.
Ultimate Edition
Keep your eyes peeled for anything
digital
suspicious.
copy of Red Dead Redemption 2. So we'll have a midnight as soon as it's
Thank
available
you, Mr.
stream.
Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
And then later that day, we're gonna do the unboxing of the collector's box. Kind of display it a little bit, show what's in there, and then have another live stream Friday
I
night.
don't believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with that, will you? Come on, then. Time to put that bloodlust of yours to good use.
Let's go.
Much obliged for the help. Them rabbits can be wily little critters.
And this is a game I'm really excited about.
Slow up.
We
I'm a
should
big
keep
fan of
moving.
Rockstar.
There's still a ways to go.
Come on.
But it has been a
If it's
long
not the
time since
rustlers
I've played
stealing our
this.
cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Look out! Coyote! Shoot him before they get to the animals! Hurry! I think they're going straight for the chicken coop.
Whoa there. Come on. Slow it up now.
Yes, you got one! Whoa!
Hey.
I am stuck in the
Looks like
fence.
that was the last of the coyotes. Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens. Let's go. I'll take you back to your room. You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston.
If you get separated from your horse,
Thank you
it'll
for your help, Mr.
that
Marston.
went away pretty quick.
Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
You can sleep in the bed in your room to save your game. If you sleep, you wake up 6 hours later. You can also pick up extra ammo from your trunk. And this isn't gonna act as a tutorial. I just wanna put that out there right now. This isn't to act as a tutorial in any way, shape, or form. If that's what you want to use it as, you can. But it's not going to be for 100% completion. It's going to be just storyline, mostly. And, you know, it's a refresher of the story. For that way it's all fresh in our minds the second we start running Red Dead Redemption 2. And I thought that it would be a little bit quicker getting to this point than it is. So this is where we're going to leave off. So until mission 2, I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you'll stick around and, you know, stick with us for the next 95 days. 94 days by the time you see this. Until we get to play Rockstar's masterpiece, Red Dead Redemption 2. So until the next one, guys. As always, I'll see you in the next one.